Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am talking very softly today because I'm trying to keep this little man asleep. This is Alfie. If you saw my video last week, you will have seen that he was born on the 15th of March. And yeah, I just thought I would come on and say hi. He is now 6 weeks old and we are just totally smitten. It's been a bit of a whirlwind since he was born. I will do the birth story properly in another video, but we came home quite late on the night of the day that he was born. I think it was about 10 o'clock at night. And yeah, he's just been great. Evie was at my parents' house. I'll go into a bit more about where Evie was and things when I do the birth story, but she'd been at my parents for a few nights because the early part of labour went on a little bit. So Evie came over about mid-afternoon the next day to come and meet him, and she has been totally smitten ever since, to the point where we were expecting jealousy, we were expecting toddler tantrums, and she just wants to hold him and cuddle him all the time, which is just adorable. He is a great little feeder and has put on, I mean, I don't know what he weighs now, but he's definitely put on weight since he was born. He was £8.5 born, so quite a bit bigger than Evie was. But he also cooked for more than 2 weeks longer than Evie did. If you watched my vlogs in pregnancy, you'll have known that I really wasn't expecting to go too far past the point where I laboured with Evie, which was 37 weeks and 3 days. And so to still be pregnant at 39 weeks, I was really surprised and I was very uncomfortable. It's okay. So yeah, he cooked for more than 2 weeks longer than his big sister, which will explain why he was £8.5. But yeah, he's definitely putting on weight. I think I'm seeing the health visitor next week, so find out what he weighs then, which will be good, but he's definitely putting on weight. We are exclusively breastfeeding, just like we did with Evie, and that has gone really well so far. I think with Evie, I struggled the first, I think it was about 3 days in, I had a panic buy of nipple shields and things because I was really struggling. This time I've had nothing like that. It just, I think I had a couple of days of it being a little bit ouchy, but not anywhere near how it was starting breastfeeding with Evie. And he's just really taken to it, which is lovely. I'm not going to say anything about his sleep because I don't want to kind of place any pressure on it. Obviously we had, with Evie's sleep was very difficult for a very long time, so I don't want to start over-analysing what he's doing at the moment. But he seems quite settled, which is nice. We did have a bit of a blip in terms of when he was 15 days old. He spiked a temperature, and any temperature in a tiny baby, you pretty much have to go to hospital. But his temperature was 39 degrees, which is high, very high. And so he'd been absolutely fine all day, and then he spiked this temperature, and I took him into the hospital, and we ended up admitted to the hospital for 4 days. He had all sorts of horrible tests. He had a lumbar puncture, he had cannulas, he had antibiotics. He was quite a poorly little boy. Although he didn't seem it, he seemed kind of pretty much normal, other than the fact that he occasionally had a temperature, but the hospital were quite worried about him. Thankfully we had our own room. Matt couldn't stay, but we did have our own room, which I think helped, but it also was quite isolating at 15 days postpartum to be kind of suddenly in this little room in a hospital with doctors and nurses coming in at all hours and scary things going on, and just, yeah. So I think that shocked me a little bit, and it was quite a difficult time. We ended up sending Evie back to my parents' house for that time because we didn't want her coming home and realising that I wasn't there, realising that he wasn't there when she'd had such a good kind of starting relationship with him. We didn't want that kind of being interrupted by him not being here. So she just went to my parents' house for a few days, so she doesn't she didn't know anything different. But yeah, it was quite difficult. Matt obviously had to stay at home, and then he was coming into the hospital. We're very lucky to have a specialist children's hospital in Bristol, so we were, you know, 20 minutes away from where we live, rather than having to commute further, because I don't know if if we lived further afield, if we would have had to be in a children's hospital. We probably would. So then it involves kind of more significant travel and things. So I'm really, really glad that we've got the children's hospital here. But yeah, it was still very, very horrible to be admitted with such a small baby and have him being prodded and poked and having all these tests done. I think it'll probably stick with me for a little bit, and I will probably be a bit wobbly about it and a bit kind of sensitive, and I'm definitely very, very protective of him still, like more so than I probably would have been because of that. But he's absolutely fine now. He's now 6 weeks old, and he is perfect. He is such a little squidge. It's really, really warm today, so I haven't got full baby grow on him. I've got his little chubby legs out, and it's just, oh, he's quite long compared to Evie at this age. Like, I think size-wise, in terms of the chunk, probably Evie was a bit more squishy at this stage, but he's definitely longer. Murph, don't wake him up, please. Murphy has been amazing, haven't you? Yes, you're a good boy. He's been incredible. He was with Evie, to be fair. He got a tiny bit put out when Evie was really, really little, because everyone who used to come to the house and give him fuss came to the house and kind of was saying, oh no, go away, don't touch the baby. And so you got a bit put out, didn't you, pups? But we worked on that, and we worked out a way of getting him to think that the baby was giving him treats. Don't lick his foot, please, because he's sleepy. Thank you. So yeah, we worked out a way of making him think that it was Evie giving him the treats, and then from then on they've been best mates. So yeah, he's been really, really good, but he's such a good doggy anyway. So yeah, that's my little update really. 6 weeks old. We've got our 6-week check with the GP tomorrow. We were meant to have our 6-week check with the health visitor this week, but her child wasn't very well. So I kind of appreciate her cancelling, because I didn't really want any germs coming in, particularly given everything that's been going on. But yeah, that's us. We managed to go out for dinner last night with him, obviously. My mum babysat for Evie, and we went out. It was Matt's birthday, so we went out for dinner just to Miller and Carter, just up the road, and had a steak. I hadn't had a steak since before I was pregnant, so that was lovely. I've yet to have a glass of wine. Video wise, I was planning on filming a bit more in the latter stages of pregnancy, but to be honest, the pregnancy going on to 39 and a half, 39 and 5 really shocked me, and I was feeling really, really, really rubbish and sore and very sorry for myself by the end. So I kind of just made a decision that I wasn't going to film anything at that point, because I really wasn't feeling it. So I didn't post anything, and I was planning on posting a few more things a bit sooner than I am now, but I think generally with him getting admitted to hospital, it's meant that I have been kind of trying to find my feet a bit more. So I did film a very, very short vlog last week, which I will try and get out for you soon. I can't actually remember what I did in it, but it was a short vlog, kind of day in the life with him. But I am going to do some proper baby vlogs soon. I've got lots of kind of ideas and things planned, so yeah, it should be good. I'm really looking forward to sharing some more with you guys. And yeah, the birth story will be out very, very soon. And the birth was, if you've seen my Instagram, you'll know what happened anyway, but it was magical. If you haven't seen my Instagram, or you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Rosie Griff 1N. And yeah, there are some really lovely photos on there. So yeah, so that will be coming very, very soon. But I did find the birth this time incredibly healing and such a positive experience. Yeah, it still kind of gives me goosebumps. It was magic. But yes, this is Alfie. He is adorable, and you will see much more of him in the vlogs that are to come. I will give you a little sneak peek Don't worry, my boob is tucked away. There he is. Perfect little man. Oh, having a bit of a wriggle. So vlogs and birth story to come, but I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you very, very soon for the next one.